Welcome to class with True Earth Yoga. My name is Rachel and I'm excited to lead you through this beginner level class supporting your Apana Vayu. First, let's talk about what props and tools are going to be helpful for your class today. So right now I'm sitting on a block. I like to use a block in different seated poses to take the weight off of my knees, take the weight and the pressure off that way. If you don't have a block, you could use something like a book, a really firm pillow, a rolled blanket, something that can help bring the earth closer to your hands. Um, Different size pillows or bolsters. This is a supportive, relaxed class, so you'll have the opportunity to use those. A strap. If you don't have a strap, you could use a pair of sweatpants, a blanket, a scarf, something to help pull yourself closer to your foot when your leg is stretched out straight-ish in front of you. Or I'll show you how to use the imaginary strap. It works for me every time. Socks, sweater, a blanket to cover up with during your shavasana, maybe your furry friend at home, Mrs. Cinder. But those are the things that'll help make your class feel more supported. So let's talk about your Apana Vayu. If you keep taking classes with me, you'll learn a lot about prana, our life force. So within each of us is this beautiful and powerful life force, prana, and it flows through us and supports us without us even asking it to. And it flows through 5 different channels or wind tunnels in our body called the pran vayus. And today we're focusing on the Apana Vayu, so all of the down and out energy in your body. So you don't do this class if you are currently pregnant. This class is really great if you're on your menstrual cycle or if you have a buildup of mucus or gunk in your body that you want to release, or emotions too that you're looking to release so that you can invite in different energy into your body. So with all that said, we are going to start in an extended child's pose. I like to do so by spreading my knees wide, maybe having my toes touching and leaning forward so that my forehead can rest on the mat. If you don't have a mat, it's absolutely fine to have a blanket or a towel or something to set the space. You can also do your extended child's pose with your knees together and then reaching forward. Something that might be comfortable is having a pillow in front of you too, so your head doesn't have to fall as far forward to touch the ground. So find your version of extended child's pose. And to begin to go within, first notice the sounds that are around you in your space. If there's one very present sound, listen for a couple background sounds. Noticing these now will help keep you from being distracted later. Without judgment, notice how your body feels. Begin to connect with your breath. Notice your inhales and your exhales. Notice your breath as it enters and as it leaves your body. Notice if there are any sounds associated with your breath. Working to a 1 to 2 breath ratio to begin to support your Apana Vayu, focus on your exhale so that your exhale is twice as long as your inhale. Maybe you do this by counting. If your inhale is 1, your exhale is 2. If your inhale is 2, your exhale is 4. If your inhale is 5, your exhale is 10, and so on, however that feels comfortably in your body. And you will stay with this 1 to 2 breath ratio throughout the class. And if at any point you notice that you've slipped away from it, gently bring yourself back. Make your way to a tabletop position on your hands and knees so that your shoulders are above your wrists and your hips are above your knees, or however that looks in your body. When you inhale, drop your belly, pull your shoulders back, and let your gaze come up. Cow pose, and you can breathe here. On your next exhale, begin to tuck your chin and round through a cat pose, pressing through your wrists, your knees, and breathe. On your next inhale, drop your belly, coming to that cow pose, pull your shoulders back. And when you exhale, come to your cat pose. Flowing through with your 1 to 2 breath ratio. On your inhale, come to your cow pose. On your exhale, round through cat and push back to an extended child's pose. Inhaling up through cow. Exhale, round back and push through cat to a child's pose. This is called Chakravakasana, starting to bring some awakening movement to your body. Do 2 more and meet in an extended child's pose. And connect with your breath here. Keeping your 1 to 2 breath ratio, noticing if it's changed or shifted after adding movement. Come back to your tabletop position. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, and begin to walk your feet toward your hands, finding a nice forward fold here. And then as you inhale, slowly roll up to stand, tucking your chin. Roll your shoulders back. Your head is the last to come up, and that can help you avoid lightheadedness. We're going to move through Sun Salute L to bring some gentle but awakening energy into your body. So when you inhale, bring your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. And on your exhale, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Step your right foot back and bring your knee down and inhale into a low lunge, either with your hands on the mat or raising them up. On your next exhale, go ahead and plant your hands, step your back foot forward, and find a forward fold. Inhale to a half lift and interlace your fingers behind your back. And when you exhale, fold forward. When you inhale, sweep your hands by your sides, Utkatasana, chair pose. And on your exhale, sink deeper. Your longer exhale with your 1 to 2 breath will bring some fire there to your legs. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute, maybe with a baby back bend. Exhale your arms by your sides, Tadasana. Inhale your arms overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Step your left foot back and bring your knee down and inhale into a low lunge, either with your hands down or up. On your next exhale, go ahead and plant your hands and step your back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale to a half lift, interlace your fingers behind your back, and on your exhale, fold forward, letting your shoulders come up wherever it's comfortable. Inhale to Utkatasana, chair pose, and maybe step your feet out about an inch. When you exhale, deepen the pose. Inhale up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale your hands by your sides, Tadasana. Coming to a warrior 1, keep your left foot forward and step your right foot back. So your left toes are pointing forward and your right toes are about a 45-degree angle. Take your hips and adjust them so that they're pointing toward the front. And then to come into your warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1, go ahead and bend into your front knee, and rather than raising your arms up to support your Apana Vayu, have them firmly by your sides, feeling energy radiating down your arms and through your fingers, or you can plant your hands on your hips. Connect with your 1 to 2 breath, focusing on your exhale. Remember, your exhale is twice as long as your inhale. Step your back foot forward, give your legs a little shake, and then step your left foot back so that your right toes are pointing forward and your left toes are pointing at about a 45-degree angle. Shift your hips toward the front and then bend into your front knee, planting your hands either on your hips or down by your sides, feeling the energy down and out with your Apana Vayu. Step your back foot forward, give your legs a little shake, And here's where you're going to want to grab a pillow or bolster. Maybe if you're doing yoga in front of your couch, you use your couch as a little support. Coming to Malasana or garland squat, step your feet about hip bone distance apart, maybe a little wider. Point your toes slightly outward, and then bring your hands to Anjali Mudra or prayer hands at heart center. Feel your palms push against each other, so you're really supporting yourself here. Notice your 1 to 2 breath ratio, and on your exhale, begin to squat. Maybe you find a comfortable squat by resting your forearms on your thighs. Maybe you work your elbows into your knees to spread a little wider. Maybe you come down so that you're seated on your support, your pillow, whatever you have. And breathe. It's a very supportive pose. Wherever you're at in your Malasana, go ahead and make your way to the top. Maybe use your hands to help you. Tuck your chin so that you slowly roll up. Your head is the last to come up. Go ahead and scooch your prop off to the side if you were using one. Ground down through your left leg. We're coming to Vrikshasana or tree pose. Begin to play around with your balance by just gently lifting up your right leg. You can do your tree pose by kickstanding your right leg and really focusing on your balance here. Find a drishti or an unmoving point ahead of you that you can adjust your gaze toward. You can grow your tree so that your foot rests on your calf, or give it a little help to come up into your thigh. And wherever your right foot is at, your left leg is pushing into your right foot and your right foot is pushing into your left leg. It's very active in this balance. And rather than growing your arms high, you can have your hands at Anjali Mudra at heart center, on your hips, or down in Tadasana arms, really engaging with your Apana Vayu, your down and out flow of energy. Gently release your right leg, plant it on the ground, and begin to play around with your balance here, gently picking up your left foot. You can kickstand your left foot, bring it to your calf, or bring it to your inner thigh. Again, wherever your foot is at, pushing your right leg into your left foot and your left foot into your right leg. If you can focus on having your knee in line with your right leg, your left knee in line with your right leg, it's another way to work on the foundations of this pose. And again, choose where your hands are, either at your hips, Anjali Mudra, or in Tadasana arms, radiating energy down and out. Release your left leg slowly down to the ground. Shake out your legs and now come down onto your mat or onto your space. Here, grab your strap or strap-like object or your invisible strap, and I'll show you how to use that. Make your way all the way down onto your back for Viparita Karani or legs up the wall pose. Begin by grabbing your strap or strap-like object and bend your knees, placing that strap around the balls of your feet. And then as you exhale, gently push your legs up while pulling down on your strap, so that your legs can be straight or straight-ish. If you don't have a strap, you can still go through the motions with that invisible strap. Wrap it around the balls of your feet and pull it up. And somehow it just seems to work, helping straightening your legs. Here, feel the energy coming down through your legs as you continue to breathe. Bend your knees, bring your feet back to the ground, and rest for a moment on your back. Here you can grab a rolled blanket, a supportive pillow, or a block. And go ahead and place that under your sit bones so that you're a little bit lifted here. If you are on your menstrual cycle, rest with your hips on the ground. This is Setu Bandhasana, or dynamic bridge pose for a back bend. When you inhale, lift your hips. When you exhale, lower back down to the mat. Continue going through lifting on your inhale, lowering on your exhale, and you can add your arms so that when you inhale, your arms come overhead. When you exhale, your arms come by your sides. One more time, inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. Now again, if you're on your cycle, keeping your hips rested. Anyone else? When you inhale, go ahead and hold your bridge. You can scoot your prop out to the side, maybe interlace your fingers underneath and have a little support. You can take your hands and support underneath. Wherever your bridge is at today, it might be resting on your prop or resting on the mat. Continuing to breathe. On your next exhale, gently lower your hips down to the mat and make your way to a seat with your legs stretched out in front of you. Go ahead and pull your right leg in. So your left leg is out in front of you and your right foot comes by your sit bones. And you have the option to leave your leg right here. Another option is to bring your leg over so your right comes over your left. We're coming to a twist, so plant your right arm behind you, or as comfortable as behind you as your arm will get. And then bend that right arm, bringing your left arm up, lean yourself a little back, and then begin to twist. Maybe you hug your right knee, maybe you hook your left elbow on the knee, whatever is comfortable for you. When you inhale, feel length, and as you exhale, twist deeper. Inhaling, length, exhaling, twisting deeper. With each exhale, releasing anything that no longer serves you. Maybe your gaze goes toward your right shoulder. On your next inhale, slowly unwind, coming back to the front. You can stretch your right leg in front and pull your left leg in. This is half Lord of the Fishes pose. You can leave your left leg tucked in or send it across your right leg. Plant your left hand behind you. Find a bend in your left elbow as you lean your upper body back. Your straight right arm comes up and over, either hugging, hooking your elbow on your left knee. So when you inhale, feel tall. Exhale, twist. With each exhale, maybe you twist a little deeper, releasing anything that no longer serves you. On your next inhale, come back to center, send your left leg out in front. And with both legs in front of you, here again, you can grab your strap if you have it, or use your invisible strap around the balls of your feet, coming to Paschimottanasana, or a seated forward fold. So when you inhale, feel tall. When you exhale, begin to fold forward. And it's less about getting your head toward your knees. You'll see how I got a bend in my back when I did that. And more toward bringing your chest open toward your toes. So focus on your straight-ish spine. Inhaling forward. Have a slight tuck of your chin. When you exhale, fold. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. And this exhale, really fold into your pose. Of course, if you're very flexible, you will see a bend in your back when you reach your feet or your ankles. And with each exhale, feel release. On your next inhale, Come back to a seat. Moving to Apanasana, or knees to chest. You can rest on your back. With your right leg long, pull your left leg into your chest. Pull it toward your left armpit, across toward your right armpit, back into center. And switch, bring your right leg in toward your chest, toward your right armpit, toward your left armpit, and back to center. Send your right leg long. Now bringing both legs in, hugging them. You can bring your head up and rock back and forth and side to side, giving yourself a nice little massage. And here, moving to your Shavasana, grabbing your comfy clothes, maybe putting on socks, covering up in a blanket. Though you might feel warm from the movement part of your practice, you don't want to be distracted from your relaxation with any chills in your Shavasana. You can take a rolled blanket or a long pillow under your knees for some support, and then rest back. Getting any last minute fidgets and wiggles out of the way so that you can come to steadiness and ease, stira and sukha. And in the Shavasana, you can release the hold on your 1 to 2 breath ratio. And with each exhale, feel yourself relax deeper. You're going to create and release tension at different points in your body, starting with your toes. Curl your toes or flex your toes, tight, 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 lots of tension, and release. Now your feet and legs, lots of tension, flex or tight, 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 and release. Now your glutes, your stomach muscles, your abdomen, tight, 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 lots of tension, tight, tight, and release. Your upper body, your arms, lots of tension, tight, tight, and release. Now with your hands, either ball your fingers up into fists or flex your fingers wide, tight, lots of tension, and release. Your face, your head, your jaw, tight, 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 lots of tension. Really scrunch up your face and release. Now one time, your whole body, lots of tension, flex anywhere you can, tight, 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 and release. Again, allowing each exhale to melt you deeper into the mat, into relaxation. Enjoy the last few moments of relaxation and bring one hand up to your nostrils. Plug one nostril and breathe in and out. Plug the next nostril and breathe in and out. And if one is more open than the other, roll to that side. If they're both open, you get to choose. Using your bicep as a pillow, gently bend your knees. Not yet, but in just a moment you'll be moving to a comfortable seat. Imagine what that looks like before you go there, so you can use as little muscles as possible. Will you stay covered in your blanket? Will you sit on a pillow or a prop? Go ahead and gently push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands to the Apana Vayu mudra. So your middle finger and your ring finger bring to connect with your thumb, so that your index finger and your pinky finger are pointed upward. Rest the backs of your hands comfortably on your legs. Find length in the back of your spine and gently close your eyes or cast your gaze downward. Reconnect with your 1 to 2 breath, so your exhale is twice as long as your inhale. With each inhale, take in all the energy that you need that will uplift you. And with each exhale, release anything that is no longer serving you, anything that you don't need. Start to imagine, visualize, or experience in some way a downward facing dark blue triangle at your root. And this downward facing dark blue triangle represents your Apana Vayu. And anything that you no longer need flows down through your Apana Vayu. And as you sit here, concentrate on that dark blue triangle and any distractions or sensations in your body flow down and out that dark blue triangle. Bring your hands to heart center and create some friction and warmth between your palms. And place your palms over your eyes. You can blink your eyes open under your hands. Slowly remove your hands to allow light back in. And know that you can reconnect with your Apana Vayu at any time you need to release things that are no longer serving you. You can focus on your down and out. Thank you for joining me in this practice. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace.